Joining me today is Lydia Dubé Harmon, who's running for the New Hampshire Senate in District 15. Lydia, thanks so much for being here.
Thank you for having me. This is wonderful.
So tell me a little bit about why you're running and maybe help our voters get to know you a little bit better.
Sure. Well, I ran 2 years ago, had success for a first-time Senate candidate, first-time candidate for anything, in fact. I am a native of New Hampshire, born in Concord, raised in this area. So for me, it was a decision based on the fact that we needed a voice from the people, a voice of person who has lived in the communities, who knows the issues of the communities, who sees the struggles that people have, and to really help with bigger and better tools. And specifically, my focus is on small business. I'm a small business owner. I grew up in a small business family. And I really think that small, medium-sized businesses are the backbone of New Hampshire, and that's where job creation can happen. If we have an opportunity for that, then people can feed their families and have housing and shelter. It's very, very important. These are just very basic needs. And people are struggling right now just with those basic needs. And that, 2 years ago, that was the case. It still is the case, so I decided to run again. And that, along with the fact that I have already served my country and my state as a veteran, I had the honor to be part of the 368th Engineers Headquarters Battalion as a medic. And I really understand what service means, to be a civil servant. It's not serving my own needs, it's serving the needs of the people. I'm also a mom of 5, so I know what it's like with regard to educating your kids and how challenging that can be in terms of each child having different ways of learning, different opportunities that might be available to each child or needing to be available to each child. You have to think creatively. You have to be a person who is advocating for your kids. And that's where I'm at as a parent, and I want to be there for parents as a legislator as well.
So let's pick up on a couple of things. Let's go back to the beginning. What'd you learn from the last run? As you said, that was your first time 2 years ago. What have you learned? What have you thought about since then as you approach this campaign?
My biggest learnings, I think, from last time have to do with the process. And the process to get into office is very different than the process once you're there. I've already spent quite a bit of time at the State House over the years. My kids, several of whom have grown up going to the State House. It's important to be involved in the process as a constituent, and that's where I was before I first ran. So I didn't know the process to actually become a legislator, although I was very familiar with the LSRs, the bills, how public hearings functioned, where to find people in places, and how to go through the process as a member of the community and a voter. However, it is a different process when you're running.
Campaigning is different from being a legislator.
It is. It's different in. Of course, it's a bit laborious in the sense that it's not necessarily where I want to be. I want to be with the people. Mm-hmm. I want to be serving the people. That's where I want to be. But in order to get there, just like in order to become trained in the military, as I had to go through basic training like everybody, you have to go through the ropes. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going through the ropes again. And I feel more comfortable in the sense that I know how things sort of roll out. And I'm very much always looking for and encouraging other people to get involved with the process. I'm always searching for people who might look at becoming a legislator at the state level and also with the towns. The towns need good people to serve in the municipal
Well, right, and there's a ton. There's a ton of unpaid. I'll say thankless, but the people who work there ultimately thank them for being there.
We have to really realize that our state functions best when the citizens of the state have boots on the ground. When they are really deploying their force of this is my opinion, I want to be heard, I want to be a part of the process, I don't want to ignore the process. We have to be involved in order for our state to thrive. And that's where I am. I'm explaining to people every day how the process works, how they can get involved, what I can do to help.
You know, Lydia, we're out of time, and I want to really pick up on the jobs issue next.